Hello and welcome back. So in today's episode here, we're going to be making a very large coal plant over here. So the last time we were able to take that up to right around 6 different coal generators, but this time I want to max it out. Get as many in here as I could build. I've got this vision for this area down here that I've been thinking about for, I don't know, probably a week about now. And what I want to do is build this over this lake in such a way that it almost looks like it's like a dam almost, or almost to a point. There's going to be a tunnel for the vehicles to drive in, drop their ore off, and then drive on. And then in the back, there's going to be many different coal plants. So far, I'm thinking right around 24 different coal plants is what I'm expecting for this area. So we'll see how far I get today. So the live stream and the episode today is all going to be revolving around building that. As you can see, I've already stored up resources over here to hopefully get the construction well under the way so I don't have to run back and forth a bunch of times. So I've kind of stored some things up over here, plates, all that stuff, and I got a vehicle ready in case I need to drive around. So let's get to it. This is going to be a big build, and hopefully it turns out pretty cool. All right, so as far as this is how this is laying out here, I'm trying to make it look like it actually has pylons that go down into the water. Fog rolls into this area quite often, so we can't see everything, but that is going into the actual lake bed there, and then there's a span of just lesser floor panels, and then I'll do another pylon. So it's pretty much every 2 spaces I kind of do this number. So hopefully I have enough concrete to build this, although I don't think I will. But luckily I have a whole factory back there kicking out more recipes in the case, in the situation that I need it. Alright, so I built a little bit of a test ramp here as far as what I'm thinking. The vehicles will actually go up and then be able to take a left or a right to drive to different locations over here. Although I don't think I'm going to have a ramp right at this spot. I'll actually have the ramp inward so that they actually drive through a real tunnel. So we're going to add this ramp here. Probably want to have at least those be 3 wide because we're going to have a truck station down here as well, so different things can be dropped off. Okay, so there's a good ramp, finally. This is where the vehicles can drive up, and they'll go this way, or they can go that way, or drive across this kind of lake/river thing. I think it's a river. I think it keeps flowing somewhere. All right, there we go. We got a way in, got a way up, and what I'm going to have down here is hopefully some area where I could do all the conveyors and everything in here. So, and then all the power plants will be on top of that. So I have to kind of plan that one out. So a truck station, and how tall is a truck station? I should have the materials to make one. That should be in this bottom storage compactor. So if we have the vehicles drive in over here on the left, and then we put the truck station back here, or I either put the truck station a little bit more forward. I don't know. This isn't really a final placement. Just want to see how high I have to go to clear it. You can see I've already tested how high I have to build to get over the coal factory over there. It's a lot of walls. 1, 2, 3. So I have to go 4 up if I want to clear that. All right. So when it comes to building this, if I wanted, I kind of wanted to look and feel realistic to a certain degree. So I kind of want to leave a gap where we can go ahead and put stairs in here so that you can go up. So if I were to do a stairway like this and then flip that back around, then I at least have the one tile here where I can actually go up and get to the next level. So I kind of want to maintain that as I'm building out the rest of this. All right, so there we go. That defines the upper story. That's where all the generators are going to go. Down here is where all the trucks will travel. So we might as well bring in a little tractor. This is made of very light space age materials, and therefore it can span pretty much indefinitely, sometimes even without supports altogether. So don't freak out when you see that it's you know, look, we built a space elevator, so therefore we've already proven that we can do anything we want. Yeah, we don't need the truck station anymore. We know where that's going to be. So now I just want to figure out how many of these coal factories can I put down horizontally spaced. That's going to then define where all that's going to go. So I do have everything I need for 24 coal generators. If I have the inventory space to work it. I even have stuff for MK2 diggers, because clearly we're going to have to feed these beasts. Okay, so a coal factory here takes up one more than a full tile. So if I just kind of space this back here where I have some more room. That leaves me with just like one tile on the left, and then how many did I have over here? 2. So if I do a coal generator like this, instead of putting it right on the line, bring it one over, and then do another coal generator right next to it, and then leave just a little gap here. And then I can do my stairway and stuff right here so I can get up between them. And the spacing will be even all the way across. So 1, I guess I just got to start laying them in there. How far do I want to go back? Well, I do want to be able to go out this far forward. I think that'll be cool. Although I would like the entire facility, if you're looking at it from this side, to kind of slope up like that. As much as a giant box can slope. I have high ambitions for this. I don't know if it's going to work here. My expectations might be too tall. All right, let me try this again. Okay, I want to get my spacing right. Since 10 fit on the bottom, we're going to do 5 and 5 because clearly it needs to be. It just needs to be. I like it when a good plan comes together. So now we could go up here. We could take a look at the beautiful scenery, and then look back at all of our power. Yes. Then the conveyors back here, they'll be just feeding into all of these. Somehow. But the thing is, you see, this is only 10 coal generators. And I mean, that's hardly big at all. We gotta make it bigger. Okay, here we go. Try to get this spacing just right the first time. Okay, well, I got the spacing right, but they're backwards. All right, so I have the basic layout. Let's go ahead and get a nice view of what we've created thus far in the last hour. All right, so there's the basic skeleton of the coal plant. You can see that we've got a base built, and then we've got the second story with 10 coal generators, and then on top of that, 10 more. But we haven't built the walls yet. We still need to do those. We definitely got to do a lot of conveyor and the truck stations down there as well, so that things can be delivered and then redirected. So the truck station is this guy. Let's go ahead and throw these walls in, because I know this is where the area I want to preserve. And then if I put this truck station in here, then the trucks should drive into this area. Right, go in, drop off the coal, back out, go on their merry way. Should have enough height. The trucks that are just driving through shouldn't interfere. They shouldn't accidentally drive through one. All right, All right. So if this material is flowing out, then we can go right up in this back area right there. We could just kind of go back and forth. And then the conveyors will just keep going up and up and up. Okay, I should be able to use the fuel that's going out of this. And actually just bring it right back around to the what's going to fuel the truck. So that is how I'm going to be running the conveyors. They go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth all the way up here. Then they get split out and go into each one of these generators over there. And that's pretty neat. So now we're way up here. And I don't think we need these walls. Cool. But now I gotta get rid of this horrible thing. So is the water safe? I'm about to let you know. Oh! I'm still alive. A good thing I left this open too. Otherwise I might have been stuck back there. Alright, so after 4 hours of effort and several good ideas from you guys, I was able to turn this idea into a working coal power plant. Let's take a tour. So this right here became my idea of a tunnel. It isn't so much of a tunnel as much as it is an opening that the trucks will drive through. There's a width for 2 trucks that can go side by side here. And I left this open over here on the left as far as the support columns and whatnot. Also ended up using a lot of these handrail things that really add a nice finishing touch. All the work done starts right here as far as using this truck station here. So all the stuff is delivered from wherever it is around the map, and then the coal is deposited here. And maybe there's other power generators and whatnot that'll go in back here that receive certain types of ore, or I just end up putting more coal generators or overclocking all of them, and then I can expand the amount of truck stations and whatnot as needed. Right now I just have one here, and then there's one over here on the other side as a mirror image as well, but that one's currently not being used. So from just an access for the truck, you see it comes in this way, and here it goes. It'll drive in and make a little bit of a turn right there. During the live stream, this thing was doing all sorts of weird stuff. I kind of fixed it after. And that's where it delivers its coal. So the distance it's traveling is not very far, at least in this situation. But if you go over here, there's another way that it could potentially go in as well. So this provides a throughway as far as to get to the other side of this river as well. So it's kind of a bridge. So there's more coal up there if I wanted to use that. Let's go ahead and explore the second story. So when I do my buildings, I like to use jump pads. So you have one right here, and we can use this to get to our second level. And you can see that I'm bringing up all of the different conveyors like this. They go back and forth, and then I split them off just like that. Also try to keep areas like this open because this is a very beautiful part of the landscape, and I don't want to completely cover that up. And then I just run this to splitters, right? So this goes in and it splits out left and right. And since these machines will fill up their inventory, this splitting method does work out. So you can see it has 100 coal. So therefore only what this thing is using is what's going to be consumed from this belt. So there's kind of a trickle down effect that happens all the way here. So I have 5 on each side, and these just go up to the point where they hit the concrete up there, so the smoke doesn't really show through. So that right there is 1/4 of the full generators I currently have built. So if I go over here and we kind of take a look at it from the front side, you can see that that's how it looks right there. So I think from a distance these things kind of look like space age trains or something, so I kind of like to have them this way pointed forward. Plus you get all the lights and everything on them, so then I think that's kind of adds a little something to it. So there we have it. That's the pattern that I'm using for the generators, and as we go up a little bit further, you'll see that. And I do like these walkways. I think they just add a real nice finish to a building. Can I walk through that? No, I can't. Anyhow, let's go ahead and jump back up here and get to the top level. It does take a lot of vertical distance here. This is the minimum vertical distance to clear a coal generator. You can see that it's a long ways up there. You have to clear the stacks on the back, so that's why it's so big. This also provides the area where the spot for all the power poles to go up. So you can see how it's stepping up right there, just like that. Otherwise, you kind of got to string those in from another direction. Power poles are kind of weird. They're not so friendly. Anyhow, we'll jump up here. And then we jump up once more. And here we are. We're on top of the plant. So you can see I have the different generators right here. Used a different walkway. I think that just kind of adds a little something different. And you can see that we have 5 over here and 5 over there as well. And this is currently the top of the power plant. However, I could send this up quite a bit further. I'll have plenty of conveyors and plenty of delivery from the trucks to actually do far more than what you're seeing here. But then again, if I have enough slugs, I can overclock them as well. So that's the front side of the power generators. If we move to the back side, here we can see this is how the conveyors, again, just like I did down there below, they just run back and forth, and then I split off like that, and they can continue to go up and up from here if I wanted them to. So this back here, this is a Mark III. Well, it should be a Mark III belt. I think I go to a Mark II at some point here. But it could all but just be a Mark III. I guess I don't have the resources. It's plenty fast for what I need right now. And you can see this capacity is currently 1 megawatt of power. So that should hold me over for a little while until I really need to crank it up from there. But so I think that should hold me over for a good amount of time. Now, this was your guys' recommendation because you're probably thinking, well, how do you get down? Do you jump? Well, as we discovered during the live stream, yes, you can jump into the water and it'll be safe. But there's a very fun way to do that. So here we go. And there you have a good look at the power plant from a distance. One day I'll put a landing pad out here and we'll bounce over to the shoreline, but that has not been set up just yet. So there you have it. That is my power plant, my coal power plant. Produces 1 megawatt of power currently. Has room for expansion, and I think it turned out looking better than I expected. I think a really good spot to get a view is from this rock right here. So there you have it, one giant coal power plant. However, I feel like it could be a lot bigger. If I were to expand this from here, well, I think I might go up maybe one more layer, but I'm also going to unlock some other technologies as well. And I think there might be some opportunities to build something behind this as well. Because if we look from back here, you'll see that it's not quite as interesting, mostly because it's kind of just have a spine of the building. But if we go up top, there could be a potential for, I was thinking maybe something like geothermal or nuclear or something like that, just to have a giant steam stack that lives back here but is up higher from it. So I think there's some potential for even bigger and cooler projects than what I currently have built thus far. But that'll have to happen in another episode here. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little episode here of Satisfactory. If you got some ideas for me, go ahead and leave them down there in the comment section below. I just heard a really cool one as far as how to stack conveyors vertically within one single tile. So things like that are super helpful. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. If I've earned your subscription, then thank you so much for that. Also, if you're curious about all the live streams that I do, they happen over there on Twitch several times throughout the week. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Stay awesome. Peace. Brothgar out.